Okay, we are back. That was fun. That was a completely and totally unintentional crash on the computer again. A lot to what happened in my race versus versus Zeke in Diamond Cup. That's fun. Anyway, this is my second of the two videos I was planning to do tonight. And as you can probably see from your screen, it is a dark matter hunt. I want to go over the flags here in a bit, but it is literally dark matter win game. With a twist. You jumped the gun on me, Infinius. You jumped the gun on me. So I'm gonna go over the flags once I start, which is gonna be, I got about a minute before I actually start. I'm gonna start at the 4-minute mark. Doing my intro and whatnot. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I gotta figure out what's causing my computer to do this. It's something to do with Windows Explorer, because all 3 times that my computer has crashed midstream, I've been closing a Windows Explorer window. Usually the window that's got my seed in it that I used to open a seed with. I usually don't open it straight up in SNES. I usually open it from Windows Explorer and just let it auto open. I might have to just save it and then open it in SNES instead of on that window. And of course I went over my timer, so we'll go to 30 second mark. It'll be fine. Hello, my name is Gambit017, and I am doing a submission video for Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. I am doing a dark matter hunt. A dark matter hunt is basically where you have to go around finding dark matters in the world, and you need 30 of them. You bring them back to Corian Agart, and you win the game. However, this is a little bit of a twist and a variation on the standard dark matter hunt. Still got the dark matter required all win game. Key items really don't matter too much, and I'll explain why in a bit, but it's main summon and trap locations, no moon. The pass is in chests. That's pretty much a troll, as you'll see in a little bit. Relaxed characters, no free characters, start Tella. The reason I start Tella is Tella has the exit spell right off the bat, and that really comes in handy and helps speed things along, so you're not having to backtrack out of places. T empty is the big one. That means all treasure chests are empty, with the exception of the 45 chests that have dark matters in them, and the 3 chests that have passes in them, and the trap chests. So, yeah, so basically, if you see a chest, it more than likely has a dark matter in it. Shops are wild. Everything in the shops are free, but there's no life potions. Tella has life. Sometimes he doesn't cast it correctly, but he does have life. So, you know, that hopefully your Tella doesn't die, otherwise you have no way to revive people. But with S-Wild free, you can have all kind of good, fun goodies in the shops. Mainly done to try to find some fun J items that'll help you get through some fights. Because we're going to see a lot of fights, as I'll talk about in a minute. Standard boss distribution, all Gauntlet, Witchburn. Those will probably not come into play too much, but it might. You never know. Counters are targetable if you want them. No glitches are allowed, so no standard glitches, life, stealth, back row, any of those standard glitches you would see in the seed. But 2 extra flags. First one is the April Fool's joke from 2021 called Push Speed and Jump, which basically adds the jumping mechanic from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest into Final Fantasy IV. which can break the game in so many fun ways. The second is a wacky flag. That was part of the April Fool's joke for 2021. This particular one is called Something Worth Fighting For, or as seen in the description on your screen, wacky colon worth fighting. This one makes it where if you take an item from a chest, it spawns a random encounter pulled from the encounter pool of that area. Why this is such a big deal is the pass and dark matters. You're required to take. You cannot dismiss them. So if you open a chest, you're fighting something. And in locations that have trap chests, you might be fighting a trap chest instead of a dark matter, which is why I have the S free, so you can actually, find some stuff that will help you get through those fights, survive them in case you accidentally pop a random or a trap chest. So, without further ado, we're going to start now in 3, 2, 1, go. You'll see in the top right corner of my screen, there's a little counter for Dark Matters DM with a number up top. That will be my Dark Matter counter. Hey, look, we started with an Odin summon. That does me absolutely no good. Alright. So we're going to go through launch the Enterprise. Now, normally in free Enterprise, you would get control of the Enterprise the moment you go into this map screen. However, due to the wacky flag, you do have a little bit of a cutscene where Naming Way will come out and let you know you've been assigned a wacky challenge, something worth fighting for. Be hunting. So, here we go. Taking the safety save immediately because, well, until I have some decent items to get through some fights with, which, I mean, that helps, but it's not all that helpful. Empty, empty. Cecil, guarded by a Sparkle. So, as you'll see in just a second, boop, boop, you see I can jump things. That is the press speed to jump flag. There's my dark matter. And we see we find some imps. We have one dark matter. I picked up bombs. Bombs are going to be good in this area right here because we can pretty much take care of everything with the bomb. When I get to later areas in the game, that's not going to be the case. We're not going to be able to defeat stuff with just a single bomb. It's going to take 2 bombs, or really, we need stronger items because a bomb is not going to be good enough to take care of some of the later location things. Now, in regards to why I'm going through some of these early checks, in regards to incentives, couple different incentives can be made for this run. The first of which is speak to the frog. There is a very, very fun frog in press speed to jump mode that you can get to that has a very, very funny saying. And it can be, we can make it an incentive for me to go visit that frog during the seed. Second one is going to be everybody's favorite Twin Harp music, which will basically say, hey, go check Twin Harp after the seed to see what the music was. And the third one is naming our starting character, Tella. I don't want to do naming incentives for anybody else because I don't know what characters we'll get. And I am, I don't want to have people spend money on names and that character never gets seen. So Tella would be the only one I'd be comfortable with having a naming incentive for. Does So that's 3 different incentives that can be done with this run. Now, as you've seen kind of in the front here, I'm kind of already in Baron Castle and walking my way back out the waterway. It's because I press B, I can jump over the wall, I can jump over certain trigger tiles, and I can get back into the castle. And getting back into the castle is a lot of fun because it allows me to go to places I shouldn't be able to go and find where dark matters. I'm up to 3 now, actually. I need a second bomb here. Oh yeah, this is a bad spot. This might be a wipe here. This is absolutely going to be a wipe here, isn't it? Yep. So, this is why I saved all the way back here. Because that particular group of boss of I'm gonna actually do this. We'll redo this a little bit. I don't remember if there was any here. Nope. Okay. If I reset my counter too, we'll reset it a little. So there are some spots where as I was alluding to earlier, bombs are not going to be enough to take it out. And we found one right off the bat. Remember, there wasn't anything else back there, so we can go around. You'll notice that I don't reset the timer here, because I'm already in the seat, and I loaded to save, so it's not like we can go in and say, hey, you know, there's a reset, I want to read. No, not the way speedrunning works. Now, one thing you will notice also is occasionally these fights might be different. I might end up with a different fight down in the Barren Waterway this time. I am going to end up with a different outcome because, first things first, I'm going to eat some apples, which will drastically raise my hit point level. As you see, I'm going to pretty much go to about 1,000 hit points on everybody. And then I'm going to use Cure Ones to get everybody up to full health in preparation for this fight. Sunflower, I hear you murmuring. I know you're unhappy and want to play. Hey, Ninja. So this time, since I know where the chest is, I can actually avoid kind of having to walk through a couple different spots. It's a very unfortunate thing that I took a wipe there. But again, that's kind of one of the risks of going through this area at this time, because this is a little bit higher spot area, and I've got level 1 characters. So and I did end up with a different fight this time. You see, instead of getting the Crocodile 3 Electric Fish, I end up with just 2 Electric Fish. So toss a couple bombs. Probably going to take about 3 or 4 bombs to get through this. I am going to... I did not turn J abilities on. Never mind. Oh... It's slightly problematic that I did not put J abilities on, but it's fine. This is fine. This is fine. See, there we go. We already got the piranhas now. I was going to try to use something called recall strats with Tella to speed the fight along, but don't have access to recall because recall is a Japanese ability, and I did not turn those on in this particular flag set. Now you see also why I used all the apples on them, because they're getting pounded. I like having the apples on for this reason right here. So if I need to take on a couple bosses or anything, I don't have to worry about doing a dedicated grind or anything like that. I can apple seed it a little bit if I need to. It'll make life a little bit easier in the long run. There we go. That's our third dark matter now. A lot longer than I wanted it to. I will fully admit my my test run. I had I was basically keeping up with the dark matter a minute through the 15-minute mark, which, as you can see, not doing so this run. That one's empty, that one's empty. Empty and empty. Alright, cool. So there's no dark matters over down here. We will move on. Can't land the Enterprise on the mountain. Wish I could though. So one of the good things about this particular flag set is you basically end up seeing a bunch of enemies that you normally would not see in the randomizer. Because with Free Enterprise, one of the things you can do, as done at the very beginning, is you can turn encounters off. You can turn encounters off. So you normally don't see some of these enemies. However, with the push speed and jump, or with the something we're fighting for, I should say, again, your chest fights pull from this area, so you will get to see some enemies you normally don't get to see in runs. Also, what you probably saw there is I kind of bought something very, very important in that armor shop, and that was adamant armors. Adamant armors are the best armor in the game. They'll basically make it where I'm not too worried about encounters the rest of the way. Nothing too much is going to be able to hurt me. And there still is danger, but not as bad. Buy those just in preparation in case I find somebody that can use them. I love how it's dark in Kaipo, because normally when you come to Kaipo, the only encounter you get is in the dark, so they programmed it to be a dark area. Oh, okay. That was a shop. I'll get rid of a bunch of stuff. Can you do the hop down, please? Oof. So, pretty much early game in this is a lot of going around and... I don't have any... Well, actually I can put the life staff, I guess. going around and checking the early game, and it's going to be a little easier encounters. Once we get later game, then we get to the the more difficult encounters, and that's where the fun ramps up. But right now, I've got both my characters have adamant armors on, so as you'll probably see in a minute, if they take damage, it'll only be 1 damage. But we didn't even get attacked, so we're fine. We got a diet food. Woo! And then the waterfall today. So we dive. And again, this is one of the reasons why I started out with Tella in this flag set, for the fact that he has the exit spell. It allows you to make these deep dives without having to worry about trying to backtrack out. Speeds up the process just a little bit, more of a quality of life speed up. That's a pass. That's a big zonk. I think we're at 7 Dark Matters, if I remember right. Find out when I go into the menu here. Yes, we're at 7. Yeah, so I included the pass and chest in this flag set kind of as a troll. Again, there's 3 passes in the seed, scattered somewhere between the overworld, underworld, and moon. If we're lucky, we don't have to go to the moon. We do have to go to the moon. It's not going to be pretty, because the moon is dangerous, even with adamant armors. Free cure 1. Oh, nope, there's definitely one down here. Cool. This is Dark Matter number 8. Are you the ones? Nope, you're the ones that need to be magic. Okay. I couldn't remember if jellies were the physical or the magic attack needed. Yeah, because you hardly ever see them in the vanilla game, so you don't know. Yeah, this basically takes a lot of early looting, going through early game locations to try to find things. There are 2 Dark Matters up there. And also knowledge of chest and, as you can saw there, pot locations. And just like that, we're 17 minutes in, we're already a third of the way where we need to be. Oops. Got tiny mages, resistant to magic. This will do 1 hit point of damage. Get sight cast. That's what I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping it's a fun flash. And again, it definitely, it will, this particular flag set is very, it is beginner friendly in the fact that it gives you a lot of good items right off the bat. In shops and whatnot, you can shop to your heart's desire if you want to do early shopping for everything you need first before going on to other locations. Or you can do like I'm doing here and just kind of a little bit of shopping as we go and hoping that we get there. going to try to make a couple jumps here. This is one of the hardest, in my opinion, this is the hardest location to make jumps in. Yep. That's a jump I don't think you can make going that direction. Oh, I do not have any. I don't have any good offensive items here. Okay, we're fine. Taking advantage of Twin to get through that. Okay, from that direction, I don't think that jump's possible, but the other direction it definitely is. Then again, the other direction you wouldn't ever need to make it. And we definitely have a dark matter here. Nice. Need a life, need to exit. Yeah, the tile that triggers the cutscene up there is unfortunately it's only one to the left of that bottom spot. And you cannot avoid it, unfortunately, or you can't jump. So you have to turn that direction to jump, and the moment you turn that direction, you walk one tile, and that's the trigger tile. So, unfortunately, not really a good way to get through that. Defensive-wise, I'm good. I don't need to go anywhere. We are going to buy one of those. For the event that we do find the character that uses it. Like a better J item than bombs, preferably. There we go. A little bit of item management there. One. Start us up. Go. So with the adamant armors, I'm not as concerned about the apples. Hey, boy, we're in Berserk. Don't think that's going to be very helpful in this case, but, you know, hey. Good for her. This is an area you usually don't get to until later on in the game. So these enemies are a little bit harder. That said, with these lovely little Stardust items that we picked up, not going to really give us too much to worry about. We don't have enough MP left. Okay. I guess I could have used another two, but All right. The one good thing about this flaxen as well is you will see a lot of places that aren't usually visited. Like some of these chocobo forests will get checked. All right. There's the other apples. So we're going to jump the trigger tile there. Talk to the guy who says the king was entered, even though the king's sitting right there. There's supposedly 2 here. We'll see. I need to do a better job of counting, so we're up to 14. Which means if this other one is a dark matter, we'll be up to 15. It is. You know how I was complaining earlier that we were, 7 minutes in and we had barely had 3? We're now halfway there. Say bye to the king, as we do not need to worry about actually defending Fabul. I'd only really worry about it if I was worried about heal. But since I've got adamant armors already, I'm not worried about getting healed. So let's go skip it and move on. They're all empty. Yeah, pretty much. Again, with adamant armors and everybody in the back row and all the Stardust items, I am feeling probably a little bit overconfident, to be honest. It's another one. That's number 16. Virus on one of the kids. Will definitely be helpful in later on battles. Now, with the items I have, I could probably get away with not checking these shops so much anymore. I'm doing so because I want to just make sure I have anything I need. For instance, those moon veils will protect me against physical attacks. So if I end up in a battle where Stardust aren't really going to get instant kills, I have a way to kill things straight off the bat. So. Five more deals. There are 4 chests here, and our first 2 both have stuff in them. For the bombs would have actually still been fine because a lot of the enemies on our deals are weak to bombs. So, but they're just as weak to Stardust, so we're fine. Ah, we've been surprised. Go. So one bad thing about it is with all the random encounters, you do end up with those random drops from these encounters that you're not used to seeing. That one is empty, that one is empty, and we are done with ordeals. Now, if I was in the need of a heal, this would be a location, another one of those locations like Fabul, where I might go up and just do the fights and show off a couple jumps. But since I'm not really in need of a heal, I'm going to ignore it and just kind of move on. Nothing really in Mysidia that we want. I am going to check the chest here in Agart. This is where we're going to come at the very end of the seed. Well, there is one pot there, and in my experience, it usually ends up in the dark matter. Keepers. Yep, rock, baby. Rarely ever see the rocks or rock babies. I feel a little bad because we bought a crystal sword. But we aren't going to make use of it at all because we're not going to complete ordeals. So, now one of the fun ways in which press speed to jump really changes the way the game can be played. I'll show off in just a minute when we go down the hook route. And you might be like, why are you going down the hook route if you don't have the hook? And I will explain and show you momentarily. So there are 3 trap chests here in Castle Evelyn. And right now we've gone through 2 towers and not found a single chest that has something in it. There's one there. Two, 3. I'm gonna go ahead and just say there's not anything in here. We're just gonna move on because I'm not gonna risk it. Especially considering the fact that there's an enemy that can resist the attacks that I have available to me right now. So we're not going to do that. We're going to instead run straight down into Evelyn. As you saw, I jumped across with my 99 carats because reasons. We are going to check the hospital, nothing in it. But yeah, now we're getting to the part where, you know, we've got 19. We're working our way through it pretty dang well. But we're in the section of the game where there's going to be a lot of trap chests in the locations we're visiting right now. And trap chests, why not that big of a concern when you have adamant armor? We have mage parties, and some of these trap chests that we're coming up to are mage resistant, so not be the best of times. So that was a pass. That's the trap chest, which the trap chest is not too bad. This one can be hit by magic. It's the one in the next part that's a little bit rougher. I was kind of hoping for the HP rain out, but yeah. Let's see what we get from the trap chest. Power shirt. Bats who are going to cast Vampire because they're bats. Already up to 20. 2/3 the way there now. 21 with this one. And I forgot that we have Quack Kid online, so... Right. We'll see if there's any more chests. Nope. Those are nuts. That's empty. I want to take the king. This is a little cutscene I don't necessarily need to sit through, but I want to have the ability to do physical damage in the event I run into some of the trap chests coming up. So, having this here, having a physical damage dealer, is at least helpful. Don't necessarily have anything for him to wield right now, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, I've got ice brands. That's fine. Oh, I picked up the ice brands. All right, we're good. So what we're looking for here, again, is any unopened, or not, yeah, unopened chest. There's one trap chest down here. So, what we're hoping for is only one chest having stuff being unopened. If there are two that are unopened, then we know there's a dark matter that we've passed somewhere. Right now, there's only one. There's only one more chest over here that we can find. So let's go and take a look and see. Are you empty? No. Are you the monster or are you dark matter? You're dark matter. Yay! So we're at 22 dark matters before we even go underground. Which is an absolutely wonderful thing. Oh. I didn't realize the balloons were flying. Well, I guess that makes sense. They're balloons. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Again, this is one of those things. You never see these enemies when you're playing this particular randomizer, because 90% of seeds have the random encounters turned off. And look, another one. Number 23. Look, it's the Queen Lamia and her eggs. We're going to have 3 eggs that hatch. The baby Lamias. Okay, we got one leg, or one egg. 3rd egg hatches. They'll try to charm us, but we're wearing adamant armors. We're uncharmable. But again, the Queen Lamia, this is one of those fights you hardly ever see, because why would you ever have encounters on down here? There's dolls at the top of the tower. Any luck we won't need to fight them. But yeah, using push speed to jump, we have taken on absolutely 0 bosses. And we are underground. So now we can start doing underground checks. So first place we're going to come down to is Kamra, because there are 6 chests. But more importantly, there's a job dwarf. Philosophy and religion professor. Job dwarf was a recommendation by community member Rex Roll to randomize in the vanilla game. That dwarf says he's a farmer, but in free enterprise it is randomized to a hosted number of different jobs. I am not quite sure the exact number, but it's a lot. No armadillo grind, at least currently. Almost forgot that's a chest. So one of the reasons I come to Dwarf's Castle second is there is a ton of chests up here. Well, oh, no. Sometimes you have to remember how to walk around this room. There we go. But yeah, again, these are spots you normally don't see looted in not just the vanilla game, but the randomizer. We need 6 more. I doubt we get all 6 here. If we did, I would consider that insanely lucky. We are going to get up to 25, so we're going to be setting it up just in case. Three more chests down here, and they are behind this secret door. At least 2 of them are empty. All 3 are empty. Kane cannot use magic, unfortunately. Hashtag give Kane MP. Alright, I've got one more quote-unquote free place I can check, and that is Kukul's Smithy. There are 5 chests in here. 4 or 5? 4. 4 chests in here. There's 2 there. There's 1 what we refer to as the bookcase. There's a dark matter in the bookcase. Now I need to make the decision of what location do I want to go to next. There are 3 locations still left available down here in the underworld. There is Feymarch, there is Sylph Cave, and there is the Tower of Babel. Feymarch has 1 trap chest, Sylph has 7, and Tower of Babel has 4. So they are all with their different dangers. Now, I think right now the conventional wisdom would be to go to Feymarch because it has at least number of trapped chests to number of total chests. The only problem with going to the Feymarch is damage tiles. So we're wearing adamant armors, but adamant armors do not protect you from damage tiles. You will still take damage every damage tile you walk across. Thankfully, this is why I have elixirs. It's 27. Ah, okay, good. Just rock this. That's fine. There's a conjurer fight that brings up arachnids, and those are the scary ones because arachnids can cast Quake on your party, and Quake doesn't necessarily care about your adamant armor too much. It does, but not as much as some other things do. I feel like we got an alarm. Alright, so we're at 27. We need 3 more. The 1. So one of these is going to be a trap chest. The other one is dark matter. That's or pass. Jeez. Oh, that's a little bit of a. This is a scary fight. This is the scary fight. We found our second pass, or third pass actually. We'll get through it. Thankfully, due to healing up before the fight. Which means that third one is the trap chest. I am not going anywhere near it. I am, however, going to re-cure everybody. We already have one. That's number 28. This one's just imps. Not too scary. Need 2 more. We are already almost through the seed. I honestly do not care what is in the freebie chest. So we're going to make the attempt at Sylph, I think. There's more chests here than there are in Babel. So a higher chance of not finding a dark matter. However, this is why we took the save right beforehand, because we can pop out, no pun intended, of a trap chest. Elixirs up so they're easier to get to. Another monster chest. We're going to try to actually fight this one. Should probably swap Palom and Porom. Go. Hey, Porom, we're in Cure 3. Life Staff. Look. Look, I might be able to get Quake off first. Right. There. And normally this is a situation you'd walk back out of the Sylph Cave and come back into it. However, with push speed and jump on, there are ways you can kind of go around that. Instead of having to go all the way back around, I was able to just kind of go straight into the other path. Alright, so I fought 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 3 more trap chests. Alright, so somewhere... Ooh. Okay, this is a little bit dicey. We're fine. This is fine. So there's at least one dark matter in here. At least one. So we're hoping we find it sooner rather than later. 0 for 2 right now. And if we did not have adamant armors, this would be very scary. Thankfully, to the adamant armors, we're not too concerned. We were scared when we were at 1 hit point. Hey, a white shirt. That would be nice for a Porom. If we didn't have adamant armors. You tell it you can have it. How about that? Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. Take the adamant armor off of the Tela. That gets me with RA1 Coral or Palom. So I don't have to worry about sitting through that stuff again. There's the dark matter. Oh, bye, Tela. So we're now at 29. We need one more. And the only place left in the underworld we have not gone is the Tower of Babel. So, Tower of Babel is... It's interesting because the trap chests here are alerts, and alerts are resistant to magic. So our mages are not going to be as much of a help here. There are 4 trap chests. But it doesn't matter because we are good. That should be number 30. Yep, that's number 30. Because the item armor is even with low HP, we're not worried. Get the Quake off. That is number 30. Let's go see Corey and turn in some dark matters. The good thing about being able to find all of them before going back above ground is we're right here in Aggart. We'll drop a save so I can show off the other 2 incentives, the frog and music. There's Corey. He says, thank you for the dark matters and congratulations. We have finished the seed in 56 minutes, 36 seconds. Which is about on average for this flag set. Usually, with this going on, my test seeds have all been about an hour. So the estimate would be 1 hour, probably to go a little bit under, unless something absolutely crazy happens. But yeah. Once the seed is over, we will show all the chests we opened. This will include the dark matters, the 3 passes, because I think I found all 3, and then all the trap chests I opened. So probably looking at about 40-45 chests, I'd say, total. We did this with 0 key items, which again, normally you would want to find a key item so you can beat the game. In this particular flag set, you need no key items. You are perfectly good to go. 46 minutes, so 10 minutes of resets. Mainly for that big reset in the early game, right at the very beginning. 0 key items. 4 characters. 38 treasures. And 1 boss. What boss did I fight? Oh, the boss on Hobbs. That's who I fought. It's like, what boss did I fight? Okay. So, as for the... again, we had the 3 incentives that I named. It was the naming incentive for Tela, since he is our starting character. And then the other 2 incentives are right here in Troya. The first one I mentioned at the start was the Talking Frog, which, if in net, I would just come over here and talk to the Talking Frog. There's also a Talking Frog in vanilla. The joke there being that you can't get to this waterway in vanilla to talk to this frog. So there's no way to confirm or deny this. So again, this could be a donation incentive to talk to the frog at some point during the run. So when I would come over here, I would, if that incentive is met at any point during a run, it can be one that goes all the way to the end. I would come over here and make a point to talk to this frog before beating the seed. The other one is for after seed is complete to come back and check music. I do have to sit through a cutscene here real fast because, oh hey, a magma key, nice. Music is played. Normally, Edward would play in the Twin Harp cutscene a you see that little melody that takes you into the magnet effect in K Magnus. I can talk. In this case, we have about like 300 something songs that he plays instead. So, without further ado, today's song is Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. Such a good song. But yeah, this would be another donation incentive where, if met by the end of this seed, after beating the seed, I come back and I check to see what our music of was for today was. With enough time, it's possible to try to get maybe a custom song. However, more than likely it's not possible. It would just kind of be, I'd have to talk to some of the devs and see. But it is possible if it's chosen as a run, that depending on timing, I might be able to get that. But again, not something I want to guarantee. But anyway, this has been a Dark Matter hunt in Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. Again, my name is Gambit017, and I thank you for your consideration and hope you have a great day. I can think of no better way to end a submission recording than with Kefka scheme going. Anyway, E-Ninja, I am sorry, I did not mean to ignore you. I don't know if you're still here or not, but thank you so much for coming by. I hope you're doing well. Good luck in your match tomorrow. Yeah. I was going to try to stream some XCOM tonight too, after I did the submission videos, but considering the crash that I had that basically cost me about 20 minutes or so in rebooting and getting everything pulled back up, it's 11:30, and by the time I actually got XCOM pulled up, it would be pretty much time for me to get off anyway, because I've been trying not to stay or stream past midnight lately. So, everyone who came by, thank you for hanging out. I will be on tomorrow with XCOM, starting about 9 p.m. Pacific. And I might go a little later. I might actually go up to that midnight point a little bit later, because it's been a couple weeks since I've done XCOM. With the Adamant Cup races and in the practice I was doing once, when things kind of looked like it might be realistic of a pretty good finish, before everything kind of hit the fan. Yeah, so anyway, let's see if we can find someone to raid. Let's see. Who all is on at this time of night? Oh, let's go here. We are going to raid our good friend Martin Broadcloak, who is doing some Elden Ring. Martin is good people. And there we go. So definitely give Martin some love. I will see everybody tomorrow for some XCOM. Till then, have a great rest of the night.